Welcome to Ask the $50 Billion Man with high-performance executive success coach Dan Peña. The only show where you ask and you get complete, no-holds-barred answers. You want the truth? Can you handle the truth? Ask only if you dare. Head on to www.askthefiftyBillionDollarMan.com to submit your questions. And now, your host, Dan Peña.
What are the two greatest accomplishments, business and personal? My two greatest accomplishments, business and personal. Business was going public the day that Jaguar went public in the face of a lot of opposition. And personal is me creating $50 billion in equity and value through my mentees in my coaching, mentoring as a high-performance person. What is the one thing you hope to get from this day? Well, today I happen to be shooting podcasts, and so it's to do the very best I can in shooting podcasts. If you could ask God one question on the day, what would it be? And if you had a second question, what would it be? If I could ask him one question, what else can I do to be all that I can be? And if I had a second question, what else can I do to create more wealth amongst my mentees? I have 1 year's track record using CFDs with my own capital and 4 years active stock investing. I've been approached by friends and family to invest their capital. What is the best way to scale up and attract investors on a more professional level? Build your track record and put together numbers honestly and show them that you know how to do it. What are the habits that have benefited you most? How did you push through the capital, how did you push through the initial resistance to develop them? One of the benefits that has benefited me is my ability to communicate. I've always had pretty good communication skills, although I flunked public speaking in high school and college. And I've always felt rich even before I had any money. And they tell me my good looks hasn't hurt. Which person has had the biggest impact on your life? Why? What lessons did they specifically teach you? The biggest impact on my life were by my mother and my father. My mother built my self-esteem. My father showed me integrity, honesty, and an extraordinary fucking work ethic. Is there a way to harness luck to become consistently more lucky? No, the harder you work, the luckier you get. What was a key moment or event if there was one, that triggered you to the level of creating $400 million market cap? Was there something you can remember that pushed you to the level from wherever you were at the time? Yeah, they told me I couldn't do it. Best way to decrease inner resistance and get out of my own way. Think positively, visualization, positive affirmations. I'm a musician as my life mission and an IT businessman by trade, and I've been doing both since I was 11. I'm living off IT money now, but my vision is to be a world-renowned musician and live from it. How should I divide my energy? I'd follow my dream. What got Dan to start coaching, and what is his reward? I started coaching when I got thrown out of Great Western Resources in 1992, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life. I tried to teach university, and it was very unfulfilling for me, and so I started QLA. And his reward is now I've created over $50 billion in guys just like you. Uncertainty creates in me massive self-doubt, and that makes me procrastinate in stupid tasks or become paralyzed for hours. How do you deal with that? Just fucking do it. Having started what became an unsuccessful freelancing operation in the past, how does one know if and when it is a good time to dip the toes in the water and try again, albeit in a different industry? You don't dip your toes, you jump in the deep end. What are the most important factors that determine if the business has a potential for exponential growth instead of just arithmetic one? Look at the numbers. I mean, again, healthcare, telecommunications. If you can change the life of 1 billion people, it has a potential of being exponential growth. What is the biggest failure of your life? Well, the biggest failure of my life was getting thrown out of Great Western Resources when it didn't have to happen. It didn't. As a high net worth investor, what criteria would you look at for potential investment? How would I persuade you to invest in my company? You could never, there's no always and nevers. But I'm not that kind of person. I don't invest in other people's businesses. How can I make sure that I will consistently follow through on all your advice and not fall in my old fear-based ways of thinking? Well, the fact that you asked me a cunt question like this means you're probably not going to follow through, because I'm going to stretch you outside your comfort zone. So do something fearful every day, and you've got a higher probability of doing it. If you had only one pick, this is inspired by Ty Lopez, who I've never met. If you had only one pick, your health, your wealth, your love, or your happiness, which one would you choose? I choose my health. Persistence is essential to achieving your goals, but sometimes you can be going full speed down the wrong road. Which indicators do you look for to know if you should push on forward with something, or if it need to change course? Are you making any money? How do you deal with politicians when working on large projects without breaking the FCPA or having to deal with Judge 10,000 from Baton Rouge? There's not as much of that anymore, but your dream team should be able to guide you. What is the one bad habit or practice that most prevents people from becoming successful, and how does one change it? Focus on the few, not the many, and you just eliminate all the superfluous bullshit you're dealing with daily. Just exact strategies from getting banks on board to deals with you before you actually have a deal, which I believe Dan teaches. I hope we will get solid, usable info and not have to go to the castle to get some really good strategies. You fucking ingrate. All the shit's on the fucking site, you fucking cunt. Read it. Hundreds of pages. We have countless hours of the goddamn QLA former seminars and QLA courses. You just want a sentence because you're a lazy fucking cunt. How to dare to dream and believe without actual limitations. Just fucking do it. How many times do I have to tell you, fucking freaks? I'm from Canada, but I live by choice in a country that is poor, Serbia, because I like the culture. What are some of the best ways to break the poverty mentality in people and inspire them to strive for prosperity? Well, I know you like the culture, but that sounds like a cunt. I'd move someplace else. Why did Brian quit Wall Street, and was he successful before he left? I'm told, well, he wasn't on Wall Street. He was in the financial business in London. If you could point to one thing that changed you going to Dan's seminar in Scotland, what would it be? If you could point to one thing to change, I wouldn't change anything about the seminar. I'd probably make it longer. If you were to start again your business today, what would you do differently to progress faster? Focus on the few, not the many. In the industry in which I want to begin business, there are many who have greater experience both in business and also in services I plan to offer. How can I use my relative inexperience to my advantage? If you can't be first and you can't be different, then I'd be looking to do something else. But you can beat them with energy. Your 120-hour work weeks, will beat almost all competition, always. Almost always. What are the most important aspects of the business that you keep track of regularly to assess how well it's doing? top line sales, and closing ratios for sales. How to attract a millionaire mentor and be able to build value back to them for helping me. I've told you, it starts with energy. It starts with chemistry. It starts with you. You've got to sell yourself. Is there a way to make money without compromising on quality and not rushing products through while pushing employees to the brink? Yeah. But it's not easy. And you need to be able to morph and pivot whatever you're involved in. My line of work at the moment is providing services on site in clients' office, doing smaller projects after hours. How can I grow this? That doesn't seem like much of a platform. If you're not first or different, you can grow the business, but it sounds like you're not interested in growing it geometrically. I want to have my paintings in the most important buildings in the world. What are the possible moves I could do to have a painting in the White House or Buckingham Palace? Paint somebody for free that's of some stature. What does Mr. Peña make of QE, currency debasement, low interest rates, record highs in the market? Can this go on for decades, or should we be concerned and make provision to protect any wealth? I don't worry about shit like that. I'm sorry. What city would you recommend I live in to achieve my dreams faster? New York City. How do you get investors to trust you for their money without having a track record? You build an instant track record by putting the dream team around you. How to ensure you enjoy the journey on the way. It's not a fucking journey, you fucking idiot. It's a process. You follow QLA and it's a process. Best of best practices. How do I gain mentors and paying for mentorship okay in comparison to befriending a relevant individual? No, I don't believe in paying for mentorship. May I come to the castle for free, please? No. Right now, I have a career as a software sales rep, but I have higher aspirations and expectations for myself. I see the value in your methodology and appreciate your no-nonsense style. Do you typically advise people like me to attend the seminar, or should I get off my ass and start a business first? You'll do better with the business after you attend the seminar. What is the most effective way of changing someone's perspective of fear? Put yourself in fearful situations daily. Do something you're afraid of every day. In today's world, as a single man, is it wiser to wholeheartedly work on your business, or would it be more fulfilling to build a family as you build an empire? I'm the wrong one to ask that. Working for another person, doing a lot and earning little, as the business is still in development. I can't leave because first of all, you can leave. I can't leave because their business depends on me, and I feel obliged to make it profitable, after which I would like to leave, looking forward to new challenge. Am I right? No, you're wrong. You're there because of guilt. In what one crucial way is money not enough? In what one crucial way is money not enough? I'm not here. I'm the wrong one to ask. With money, you can. It's not the only thing in life, but you can do a lot of good. You can go out and help the poor. How do I surpass you? You better start working hard, you fucking cunt. Is it excuses to why people are not rich, or existence of imperialist white supremacist capital? A heteropatriarchy. I'm not sure I even know what that means, but I do know that people make excuses why they're not rich. How much of your success is due to plain hard work and sheer luck, just being in the right place at the right time? Well, I've hardly never been in the right place at the right time. So most of it's hard work. I'm a 24-year-old college student who started a marketing business 3 months ago. I wanted to become financially independent and make at least $4,000 a month and move away from my mom's house. What advice would you give me? I give you the advice that you're probably focused on too many things as a marketing, or on the internet, I should say. The focus on the ones that really make you money. Hello, and thank you for the opportunity. Question: how do you price your service and close the sale when your competitors keep undercutting you? It looks like you don't see. When value is clear, decisions are easy. It appears from what you're writing here, your value is not clear, and decisions to leave you and go someplace else are easier. Do you ever use the technique Napoleon Hill describes in Think and Grow Rich of imagining a boardroom of your models, heroes, and presenting them with current challenges you face? And if so, who's sitting at your table? I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. In the old days, it used to be Napoleon. And in fact, as I look over my right shoulder at the influencers, I can say Napoleon, Walt Disney, John Conley, former Secretary of the State, McNamara, John Wooden, the greatest basketball coach of all time, Darth Vader in more recent years. Those are some of the people that I used to have around the table, and Andrew Carnegie. When you want something, you ask for it, so I'm asking, will you be my mentor? Come to the seminar. How do I switch from years and years of philanthropy and altruism to money-making mindset? I know deep inside if I can make heaps of money, I can take philanthropy on a whole different level. Good example for that would be you and your wife helping orphanages. I think it's bloody awesome. Thank you. I'm not a weak, lazy, or procrastinating fuck when it comes to putting effort, dedication, and determination at heart. And I'm ready as never before, and I'm dying for guidance. Look at all my stuff. It's free on my website. Take all the courses on my website, and you'll get guidance. In a romantic relationship, is it the best for both people to have their own finances? I never worried about that. I'm sorry. How can I become a fucking badass as you? Hang around with badasses. What is the first thing you would do if you lost everything you own now and had to start again from scratch? I'd be in healthcare or telecommunications or the internet. What three pieces of financial advice would you provide an entrepreneur that is starting out? Follow your dream. Find something you can be passionate about, that you can work 7 days a week, 15 hours a day, and not consider it work, and just fucking do it. And money never existed. What do you think humans would place value on besides family and love? Survival. Which week should I plan to travel to Scotland? Well, when I moved here in 1984 in August, the last few days of August, it snowed. But the best weather months are June, July, and August. But there can be some good weather in May, and there can be some good weather in September. And on that happy note, I'll say this is the end of this podcast, and look forward to seeing you someday here at Guthrie, hopefully. Peace.